Nick! I got some more information about the flower seeds. Hi there, I heard your story and I did some research on it. Since I am a plant hunter, I can usually assure you that I can find and bring back any kind of plant you want. But the blue flower is a bit tricky. There's a flower called blue mist that grows high up in the mountains, but I don't know if it would grow here in this town. But it'll be worth trying. This is where I get to put my skills as a plant hunter to the test. I'll just need some time though. I promise I'll find it and bring it to you. Thanks, Nick. I have to thank you, Nick. Because of you, I was able to talk a lot with Parsley. Oh, today is just like a dream. And besides, I'm looking forward to seeing what this blue mist flower looks like. I've never seen a blue flower before. Hi, Nick. It looks like Parsley was here. He travels all around the world. He's so passionate, so assertive, very admirable. Huh? Me? I'm sorry. I've forgotten what I was going to do. I'll be back again later. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. That cutscene you witnessed was the next part of the Azure Swallowtail side quest. Oh look, I got a golden egg! Oh, wonderful! That is going to sell for lots of money. Anyways, yes, that was the next part in the Azure Swallowtail quest line. We had asked Parsley and Lila to look a little bit into the blue mist flower because the flower is going to attract the rare Azure Swallowtail butterfly and hopefully that's going to be able to save the valley. So they've learned a little bit about the flower, but unfortunately they haven't been able to help us much because they don't really know if we're going to be able to even grow the flower in the valley. They should come up with a little bit more information for us and they should get back to us in a couple of days to a week. So we'll see if we're going to be able to actually plant the flower in the valley and if we're going to have any luck bringing the butterfly in. Lewis also showed up and we are waiting for the next part of his event path as well. So at this point it's kind of just like a race to see which one we can finish first. Lewis's is a lot shorter, and I suspect that we're going to be able to see the next part of that sometime soon. But it's nice to kind of work on two event paths at once, just to have a little bit more going on in the valley and whatnot. So I'm just going ahead and watering all my crops as you guys can see. It's a beautiful summer day. We're about 11 days into summer now, I do believe. My breadfruit has started to come in and my tomatoes and corn are still doing very well. My potatoes came in and I harvested those already. The cow and the horse are both doing very well. I've put them both in the pasture and they've been eating grass and they've been roaming around free as birds for the last couple of days because it hasn't been raining, which has been wonderful. I haven't had to put them inside the barn or anything like that. And the chickens are doing well. I can't believe I got a golden egg. That's really awesome. I suspected it would take a lot longer to get a golden egg because I've only had that chicken for about a month in game, but I suppose given the length of the game, don't make you wait as long. I also noticed that I have not bought the milker, so I do believe that Lewis is open today. It's a Friday, so we're gonna stop by the tool shop. I'm going to buy that for when my cow grows up. Oh, you're making a camera. Yes, I figured we'll need it when the butterfly comes. I sure hope it comes. Yes, me too. I bet it's going to be very pretty. Well, I'll see you later. Goodbye. Alright, perfect timing. We also got to see the next part in the Azure Swallowtail storyline. Once Lila and Parsley come to your house, you can come to the tool shop and you'll be able to see that little cutscene there. Lewis has built a camera that he's going to use to photograph the Azure Swallowtail when it shows up, because if we're going to make the area into a nature preserve, we are going to need proof that the Azure Swallowtail actually exists. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the milker for $1,800, which really isn't bad. We bought the brush a little bit earlier, so that saves a little bit on our expenses. Not having to buy them both at once. We now pretty much have everything that we need in terms of animal care. I'm gonna go and see if there's anything to forage over at the villa. And I've been doing some part-time work for Bob, and it's astounding how much he pays you for how little work you can do. The last couple of times I've worked for him, I haven't even bothered feeding any of the animals. I've gone in, I've taken all of the fodder, I've milked the cow, and I've brushed the animals. So I really haven't done the full job, and he's still given me over $200 and still allowed me to keep the milk. So I've been definitely slacking and not doing as great of a job at that part-time job as I normally would, but I found out that you don't really need to do a good job. He'll pay you regardless, so that has been a very good source of income. And like I said, my crops have been doing very well. Everything has been coming in. I haven't had anything get washed away by the weather in this season. I've been very successful. I've had enough energy to water all of the crops, thankfully. Although it is taking me quite a while to water them all. But it has paid off. I'm well on my way to getting that kitchen. I had around $6,000 before we bought that milker, but I still have a pretty large amount of cash, and I do have a lot of foraged items in my inventory that I can sell. But I am just mostly selling my crops for now, as well as eggs. And if I don't get a chance to spend that money, do be reminded that all your money will carry over to your next playthrough. And all of your crops and animals will also be carried over, so we're going to be off to a good start in the next playthrough that we do. But other than those couple of events at the beginning of the video, I don't really have any sort of news. Nothing that I haven't already talked to you guys about in regards to the farm, the animals, the crops, etc. And like I said, we're about halfway through summer, so if all goes according to plan, we should be done the game in roughly 2 weeks or so. So I think we're doing pretty well. We've accomplished a lot for this first playthrough in my mind. I'm really happy with how things are going. So I'm just gonna go home now and check the weather before I sign off. Because the weather has been fantastic, but I suspect it will rain one of these days. although there is a significantly less amount of rain in summer than there is in spring. But it looks like it's going to definitely rain. 65% chance, which I think is the percentage that we had last time I recorded a video. That's a little bit eerie. Anywho, it's gonna take quite a while for me to herd all of my animals because I have to move all of my chickens and I also have to move my cow and my horse manually. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend the rest of my day doing that, herding up the animals and just closing up before I go to bed and start a new day. And again, if anything happens, I will definitely update you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.